Okay, so I should have done a video on this a little bit earlier, but with the Super League season literally a week away, uh, what better time to discuss the TV deal that's been put in place until 2026, where the BBC, alongside Sky Sports, shares broadcasting rights. Now, the BBC will be showing 15 live games this season, and there is the potential to expand upon that as the TV deal progresses. Now, Channel 4 was the free-to-air broadcaster of note for the previous two seasons and was received very positively by viewers. They were very, very positive in regards to the feedback they gave of Channel 4's coverage. So the BBC does have a lot to live up to in regards to what Channel 4 did previously. Now, the BBC will still retain rights to the Challenge Cup, and end of season test matches that it has done for many, many years. It will also continue, I believe, to retain the rights to the next Rugby League World Cup if and when that does take place at the end of this current TV agreement, which will be in 2026. Now, the feedback that many gave was it was refreshing to have the Super League on free-to-air TV for the first time, and viewership figures back that up. It was very positively received by fans. It also meant that more fans and new fans were able to access the product who do not have Sky Sports. There is a big trend at the moment of viewers going away from subscription TV. And cable TV and satellite TV. We've seen it around the world that there is a shift in viewership trends more to the internet. Now, the BBC does have its iPlayer service, and I will admit the iPlayer is actually pretty decent. It's pretty decent, and you don't get all the advertising. So yes, so I've been watching obviously the football and the rugby union, for example, and the British touring cars on the ITV player, but you get the ads on the basic subscription package, which is free. You get the TV advertising, and I'm not willing to pay for premium. That's another subscription cost that I do not want. Now, other streaming services that may or may not have sports are now bringing in on their basic package adverts. So Netflix, for example. Netflix may be interested at some point in getting TV rights for sport, as in live streaming rights for professional sport. They've not ruled that out. So we'll see how that plays out. But this doubles down on what Channel 4 was doing. Hopefully, with the BBC, with extra games, and with their previous Rugby League experience in broadcasting Rugby League with the Challenge Cup and World Cup, and this season the World Club Challenge as well will be on the BBC, there is the potential to get into even more households, which is something that is limited with Sky Sports being a subscription-only package. Half the households in the UK do not have TNT or Sky Sports or Viaplay Premier Sports subscription packages. There's a huge proportion of potential sports fans and current sports fans that do not have either the economic means or have no interest in paying for a subscription service for a variety of reasons. So this means there's the potential to grow the product even further. This comes at a time when Rugby League, in the Super League at least, is going through a crossroads with the IMG criteria and what the structure of the Super League, the Championship and League One is going to look like in coming seasons, because of the issues that have been faced with teams going out of business or teams dropping down to the amateur level, like the London Scholars, for example, are now an amateur side. They're no longer in the top three divisions. The London Broncos being the only Super League side in the south of England. You've got Catalan Dragons, obviously, in France. But you look at how the Newcastle Thunder, for example, and their issues in the off-season. There are concerns about the finances of the game and the future of the game. If this can put more eyes on the product and get more fan participation and encourage growth in the sport at grassroots level, then I think this is a positive thing. It does mean it can reach more households. Now, the BBC has been heavily criticised as a broadcaster over many, many years, and those criticisms are valid. But there was a lot of praise for Channel 4's coverage in the last two seasons. Hopefully, the BBC has learned from what Channel 4 did with its broadcast team and their analyst team and their commentary team, and how they engaged with fans and did so in a very positive way. And a lot of fans were upset that Channel 4 weren't continuing the coverage. But the BBC has gained a package that is bigger than what Channel 4 had. They've got more live games per season, which means more live games on free-to-air TV. I think the viewership figures will back it up. When the English Premier League, for example, during the COVID pandemic during 2020 put live games on the BBC. The viewership figures were the highest the Premier League has ever seen domestically for football, for club football outside of the FA Cup and League Cup, and and even the Champions League and Europa League when they were on free-to-air coverage, it was the highest that had been seen in league football for a very, very long time. And so the potential is there to get a big TV audience, get to newer fans. So we'll see how this plays out. But the BBC is going to be is going to share the broadcast rights with Sky Sports until 2026. Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comments section below, and I will have some more content for you very, very soon.